Good morning. INM moving back up. Let's get, there we go. All right, we are live now on social media. We're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining us bright and early this morning. Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at NA another time. How about $33.99? It's going to rip through 40 here before long. Holy smokes. What an absolute monster this morning. Evero, good morning. How many of you are playing NA? Nano Labs. Evero, good morning. And Sheila, good morning. 34.73. Could this thing have 40 bucks in it? Woo-wee. Anybody still holding on to that thing from the $18 area? Or even earlier, if you grabbed the news this morning in early pre-market, you might have an even better position on that. LXEO, Receptive Venture Funds and Venn Bio Partners announced partnership to advance novel cardiac. That's nothing. That's nothing. NKTR, let's keep an eye on that one. NKTR 8 a.m. All right. Let's see how much of a pullback this is on NA. Had a nice press release on NA. Kate, good morning. Had a real nice press release on NA early this morning. The press release came out about an hour ago. So somewhere around 6:30, 6:35 this morning, the press release came out and it started running. It started off at $10.89. The press release hit, and so far it has ran to $34.73. Been an absolute monster. It's been really, really nice so far. OSTX, positive FDA meeting feedback on their regulatory pathway for accelerated approval. OSTX. OSTX, hot off the press. OSTX. We'll see what OSTX does on this little press release. Less than, that was about 15 seconds after it hit the market. NA was up over 200% this morning for the Wolf Pack. We've got our eyes on INM as well. INM. Hopefully getting back up over 450. It's up about 80% right now, so that's been another really nice climb for the Wolf Pack. let's see where OSTX decides to go. Still climbing, so that's good news. Hasn't decided to crash on us yet. So still pushing up nicely on the press release. For those of you that were with us, Vicki, good morning. Country, good morning. For those of you that were with us in after hours last night, you know we were watching NKTR. We had a press release last night saying that they had some results on a clinical trial, but they didn't give the results. And they said they were going to give those results out this morning. The stock is currently halted pending the news. The news did come out, and the news was, let me pull that back up again. Hang on just a minute. KTR. The news came out, and it was a phase 2 clinical study, and it said that their drug met primary and secondary endpoints. Now, it's a drug for patients with moderate to severe atopic dermatitis. And as far as we know, they're going to release it for trading at 8 o'clock. So we're going to keep an eye on it and see if the market likes that news or not. They are going to have a conference call at 8:15 to discuss the press release. But we do know, the only thing that we do know is that it was good news. But we don't know how the stock is going to react. We don't know how the market is going to react to the news. We hope it reacts in a positive way, and it's not just a quick pump and dump. That's our hope. So we're going to give it a quick watch here at 8 o'clock to see what it does. And that's on NKTR. NKTR. This is one that we were watching last night in after hours, if you were with us. It bounced up in after hours. It went from about $9.74, and I think at its peak in after hours, it went up to about $13.36. So it did climb up just on the news that they were going to be giving out news tomorrow morning. So we got the news. We know that it's pretty decent news, but we don't know how the stock's going to respond to the news. So that's the big question. That's the big what if. So all we can do is watch at 8 o'clock and see where it goes. Now let's take a look at INM. Look at INM. We're going to push for 5 on that stock. Look at that, 482 already. This stock started at $2.67 this morning, $2.67, and we just hit 482. We're up 93% right at the moment. 97, 100. We just hit 100% on INM. So we got 100% for the Wolfpack on INM this morning. It's 105% right now. We got over 200% on NA. Now that's pulled back some. It's only up 172% at the moment. Only. Todd, INM from $3.93 to $4.93. Got a full buck off of that stock. That's beautiful. Look at that. We just wicked up to 507. Beautiful. We were looking for 5, and that's exactly what we got. Nicely done. 502 now. Rangy, good morning. Zena expands its drone service for government and defense, signing an offer to acquire a Virginia headquartered tri-state land survey and engineering firm, serving major U.S. federal clients. So Zena, Z-E-N-A, is at it again. They have been acquiring surveying companies all over the country like nobody's business. They have been just gobbling up these companies. And now they're looking at another one that deals with government contracts, government properties. So we'll see how that one does. Z-E-N-A, Zena. Z-E-N-A. We'll see how it reacts to that news. Round 2 for Kim. Kiki. INM 407 to 486. Nice trade. AMRN exclusive licensing supply deal. Don't see any volume there. Silverman's restates project loan credit facility. Additional credit facility 15. All right. So NA is pulled down to $30. INM is pulled down to $4.83, but we got our $5. That was nice. Let's go back and look at Zena. Z-E-N-A on that new press release. It's popped up pretty good. It's gone from 391 to 417 so far. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And we've got about 10 minutes. If you can hang out with us for about 10 minutes, we'll give you the 8 o'clock press releases. Also, keep in mind NKTR. Don't forget about that one. Played the dip on INM 383 to 490. Nice job, Nick. Very nice trade. SMR, degradation, deregulation play, big gains in uraniums. Okay, nothing there. UEC, general market news. That's junk. All right. NA, possibly climbing back up. Be nice to get that back over 200%. That would be sweet. So as far as we know, Jim, the NKTR is going to be released at 8 o'clock. That's the best guess that we have right now at the moment is 8 o'clock. Now, we have no idea if the stock will go up on that news or if it'll go down on the news. It is positive news. They met their primary and secondary endpoints on a phase 2 clinical trial for atopic dermatitis. So, you know, you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. We don't know if it's going to go up or not. But you better believe we're going to be watching it. We're going to know very quickly where that thing's going. And hopefully it's not a quick pump and dump. Hopefully it doesn't spike up a couple of dollars and then just absolutely fall apart, which we have seen happen many, many times on these press releases. They release the stock and it looks like it's going to the moon, and it runs up a couple of bucks and then it absolutely dies and drops down below where it started. So be very, very careful. I would highly suggest a quick in and quick out if you decide to get some of that, just for your own safety. Or at least sell off half or a quarter of your position to at least lock in something in case it dumps. You just never know how these things are going to go. Always better to be safe than sorry. And we've got about 7 minutes to go. So, what was the news? They had positive phase 2, which is not as good as phase 3, but it's still good news. They had they met their primary and secondary endpoints on a phase 2 clinical study, which is good news. That's really good news, and that kind of news typically will push a stock price up. Now, it's for atopic dermatitis. It's not a cancer. It's not, leukemia or Alzheimer's, or, it's not it's just atopic dermatitis. So that might soften it up a little bit as far as how big of a run it might have, but it is good news. The ticker is NKTR. NKTR. And as far as we know, it'll be released at 8 o'clock. Again, no idea how that will go. It could spike very quickly and then drop and then continue dropping even farther than what it started. Or it could stair step and just climb for $3, $4, $5, $6. Who knows? All we can do is watch it. Lanny, yes, that was the one from after hours last night. They put out a press release last night saying that we have results on our clinical trial and we'll put them out tomorrow morning. So they kind of teased everybody with that. And it did go up a little bit. It did go up a couple of bucks in after hours off of that press release. I think people were anticipating maybe I'll get in early, and then if the news is good tomorrow and it climbs way up, I'll have a nice low entry on it. Not the way I would play that. I like to wait till the news actually comes out before I make that kind of a choice. Just because, you can get burnt on that and trying to anticipate. It's kind of like trying to anticipate earnings. I know a lot of people leading up to earnings, a lot of people will jump into a stock anticipating good earnings, and the stock's going to go crazy, and then, man, I got in early. But if earnings come out and they're not very good, it can wreck your position really bad. So I try not to jump on those until after the news comes out. Kathy, INM 425 to 475. Good trade. Very good trade. LXRX price target change. So all we can do is watch it, and we are going to do that. Now, you guys are going to have to watch it for me. To see what it does. You guys watch it for me, because at 8 o'clock when it releases to start trading, I'm going to be reading press releases. So I'm not going to be able to watch it close. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on So you guys, as far as we know, Kiki, it's supposed to be released at 8 o'clock. I'll be able to watch it, JC, as soon as I get done reading press releases. I'll go back to it and see where it's at and what it's doing. Nate, we're talking about NKTR. It's going to be released at 8 o'clock on Good News. Now keep in mind, this news is not as good as if it was a phase 3 clinical trial. Phase 2 isn't as good as phase 3. It's still got a long way to go in the clinical trial aspect. So it's not as good as a phase 3 clinical trial, but it is good news. And I would suspect that as soon as it releases, it is going to spike up a little bit. Now, whether it can maintain it and hold on to it and have some follow through, that I don't know. It could pop and drop. So be very careful. Please be very careful with it. Unless you're just a very risky soul and want to take Oh no. How do you lose money on a 100% run? Oh. All right. iBio looked pretty good this morning. It had a nice climb up. It's holding over $1 on iBio, so I'm still kind of bullish on that one. If it drops below $1, I might start getting a little bearish on it and think this might drop pretty quick. But as long as it can stay above $1, I think we'll be all right. I think a lot of people got entries on it yesterday in after hours, 80, 90 cent range. And they're still in the money on that. So I think everybody's willing to hold it for just a little bit longer to see what it does. Now, if your entry is above $1, you might be sweating it a little bit. But so far, no reason to sweat on that one. All right, you guys watch NKTR while I read press releases here in about 8 seconds. NKTR. Let's see how this goes. All right. I got my nose to the grindstone here. Let's see. SBET. SBET. SBET expands ETH Treasury holding to 188,000. So just an expansion of their crypto stuff. NAOV announces agreement with New York Medical Center for enteral feeding tube placement. It's good news, but not go crazy kind of news. OTRK announces expansion of Engage solution. I don't like that. It's fluffy. Fuel completes third sale of IRA investment tax credits. Cure, C-U-R-R, and Galaxy Payroll Group partner to develop AI-powered HR solutions. That's a bit on the fluffy side. PAVM completes a $2 million direct equity financing. PAVM completes a $2.5 million direct equity financing. RADX and Cyclotech sign a clinical supply agreement in Australia. That's a bit fluffy. SLS. Okay. Please tell me you guys are banking on that stock. Wolfpack gave you that one, baby. How's it doing? How's it doing? I'm not watching it because I'm reading press releases. Trying to find you another one. D-Nut. Krispy Kreme and McDonald's decide jointly to end their partnership. Surprise, surprise. HURA initiates a phase 3. AIMD pop up quick and down. A payroll partner study directors. OETF financial officers. Okay, all done with the press releases. All done with press releases. Ho, let's go back. I hope you guys are banking like, oh my God. Oh, beauty. What a freaking beauty. Hell yes. Bob, 1185 to 2350. Kevin, 1175 to 1950. Twin, 22 to 2516. Beautiful trades. 1122 to 2284 for Kiki. On fire. The Wolfpack is on fire. Oh, Lanny got 100 shares yesterday. Nice. iPhone 1158 to 26. Ken 1145 to 25. Woo-wee. Oh my God, how fun was that? Did you guys bank? Anybody bank on that? Jumped 100%. Nice. Oh, beautiful. I am so happy that all of our TikTok friends were with us on that one. That was beautiful. I am so happy that you guys banked on that. Oh my. How fun was that? It's currently up 142%. It's pulling back here. That was nice. SGMO announces positive top-line data. SGMO. Positive top-line data from a registrational STAR study in Fabry disease. I don't know what Fabry disease is, but they're saying they had positive top-line results. So it popped up very quickly on the press release, pulled back here. It's pulling back on the second 1 minute candle. I'm watching it on the 1 minute chart. Popped on the news, pulled back. We'll see if it decides to run. Craig got it from 12. He bought yesterday, anticipating today's press release. Got it at 1274 and ran it all the way to 2065. Craig, that is beautiful. BCTX curling up just a little bit. Oh my gosh, was that fun or what? Pushing up again for everybody that took a second stab at it. Fabry disease, it's a rare genetic disease. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard of that before. Well, we'll keep an eye on NKTR to see how high this one can go. I'm just happy you guys were with us this morning. A lot of times these big runners that we get, we're not on social media when they come out, and I know a lot of folks are missing them, but it's really nice when we can throw one out there for all of our friends on TikTok and YouTube. So hopefully you did well on that stock. CTOR, CTOR, no volume yet, kind of going sideways. Hopefully that'll run today. Any luck? Not getting a lot of attention right now though. Bought at 12.60. Mark got it at 12.64 last night and sold at 24. Mark, that's awesome. That is really great. I am so happy to see everybody locking in that profit. ALT, 58,000 shares on that this morning. Not a lot of attention. It's slowly stair-stepping up a little bit here in pre-market, but there's no volume on it. Nobody's paying attention to it. Long-term hold, sure. It's been climbing up, for a month. So it's been a great swing trade. Absolutely a good swing trade. That stock's been climbing up for a month. Today, just as a day trade, nothing about it yet that's getting too excited. But I'm sure the volume will pick up as the day moves on. Pinky, 1330 to 2530 on NKTR. Pinky, that's awesome. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We just wicked up to 2682. Maybe we'll get it up to 30 today. Who knows? What a great play, though. Talent, 21 to 25, gained $500. Nice. That's a nice way to start your morning, isn't it? That is a nice way to start your Tuesday morning. Opal, OPAL. Nothing there. Oh, God. Tracy, NKTR, 1243 to 26. That just makes me so happy. I hope you guys are excited about these runners as we are. I just get so... Ken from Cleveland just said, my subscription for the Wolfpack has been covered for the next 25 years. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm so happy you guys were part of that. All right. Well, that's going to be it. Trading platform, I use E-Trade as my primary trading platform. They had a trading platform called E-Trade Pro. They don't offer it anymore. The only way you can use it now is if you already had it grandfathered in. Um, but that's my primary. And then I use Webull. I have Webull that I use for early morning pre-market trading, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Because E-Trade you can't start till 7 Eastern time. So I use Webull for that early morning stuff, and then I start using E-Trade at 7. Jim, NKTR 1268 to 2521. Beautiful. Jim, that's a good trade. That's got to make you happy. HCTI still trying to push up. Little 3-penny stock. All right, that's going to be it for us. I'll be back on again at 4 p.m. on TikTok and YouTube, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll do after hours trading together. Maybe we'll get a press release in after hours to take advantage of. In the meantime, we're going to go back here to our Zoom meeting that's going on and continue the call outs on the news as they come up with the Wolfpack. And you guys are welcome to join us there. Simply go to our official website, wolfpackcommunity.com. There's a link on TikTok. There's a link on YouTube. And subscribe to live Zoom trading. And then you can join us every morning. We start at 6:45 a.m. Eastern time, and it goes till about 9:30, just after the market opens. So we just cover pre-market. And then, of course, also, if you subscribe to our live Zoom trading, we'll also give you the Discord link, and you can pop into Discord. They start at like 4 in the morning in there. They're early risers in our Discord. So, all right. You guys have a great day. Good luck trading. Congratulations to everybody that banked on NKTR with us this morning. Until this afternoon, God bless. You guys have a great day of trading. Keep it green. And we'll see you at 4 o'clock. All right.